Smile, my wife whispers as cameras flash. They love when you look proud. I am proud, I say, forcing my lips higher. You always say that, she replies softly, still smiling for the crowd. That's why you're perfect beside me. People call us the dream team. I hear it every night at events like this. You two are unstoppable. Power couple of the year. She's brilliant and he's so supportive. Supportive. That word follows me everywhere. A reporter leans closer. How does it feel to stand beside the most powerful CEO in the city? I answer smoothly. It feels earned. She worked for this. My wife squeezes my hand. We worked for this, she corrects, but her tone sounds rehearsed. I built the early strategy plans. I pitched to our first investors. I stayed up nights mapping expansion routes while she practiced speeches. I never needed credit. I just wanted us to win. At least that's what I told myself. Later, at the office meeting, she stands at the head of the table. We're moving forward with the Singapore deal, she announces. I clear my throat. The numbers are unstable. Maybe we should wait 1 quarter. She laughs lightly. See? This is why I love him. He's always cautious. A few board members smile. I add, caution saved us last year. She tilts her head. And risk made us rich. The room laughs. I smile with them. She pats my shoulder. Don't worry. He handles things at home. I handle the battlefield. More laughter. I look at the board member across from me, Mr. Hargrove. He doesn't laugh. He just watches me with quiet eyes. After the meeting, he stops me near the elevator. You had a point, he says quietly. It's her company, I reply. He hesitates. It was both of yours. I press the button. Not anymore. When I get home that evening, she's already on another call. Yes, finalize it, she says. I'll handle the board. She ends the call and looks at me. Why were you pushing back today? I was protecting us. She exhales sharply. You always think small. I think safe. She steps closer. I didn't marry safe. I married smart. Don't make me regret that. Her words sting, but I nod. You won't. She softens her voice. Good. I need you steady. The world sees us as strong. And what do you see? I ask before I can stop myself. She pauses. I see potential. That isn't the answer I wanted. The night of the award ceremony arrives quickly. The ballroom glows with gold lights. Her assistant, Lena, adjusts my wife's dress. You look incredible, Lena says. My wife smiles at her reflection. I know. Lena turns to me. Sir, the press wants a couple photo. Of course, I reply. My wife hooks her arm in mine. Remember, she whispers, tonight is about growth. It always is, I say. On stage they announce her name. CEO of the year. The room erupts. I clap first. She hugs me quickly before walking up. The spotlight follows her like it belongs to her. She begins her speech. This company started with a dream, she says. I took risks. I pushed boundaries. I refused to settle. I clap again. I thank my incredible team, my loyal investors, and my brilliant advisors. She names them one by one. Oh wait. She smiles into the crowd. And to everyone who believed in me from the beginning, this is for you. The audience stands. I stay standing too. But she never says my name. When she walks off stage, reporters surround her. How does it feel? You deserve it. She laughs, glowing. I step back. Mr. Hargrove appears beside me. You built the foundation, he murmurs. She built the tower, I answer. And where do you stand? I look at her across the room. Behind it. Later, in the car, she scrolls through congratulatory messages. You were quiet tonight, she says. I was listening. To what? To everything. She glances at me. Don't start something on my best night. I'm not. She leans back. Good. Because tomorrow we push harder. That night I lie awake. I hear her phone vibrate. She slips out of bed quietly. I follow the faint sound of her voice down the hallway. She is in the study. She laughs softly. Not the public laugh. A different one. He still doesn't know, she says. My chest tightens. There's a pause. He's too loyal, she continues. He would never question me. Silence fills my ears. Then she whispers, Daniel, trust me. I have everything under control. My heart pounds so loud I'm afraid she will hear it. I step back into the darkness. For the first time, I don't feel like her partner. I feel like her mistake. I stand in the hallway, my hand against the wall, listening to her voice through the half-closed study door. He still doesn't know, she says again, softer now. He's too loyal. My throat feels dry. A man's voice answers through the speaker. I can't hear every word, but I catch his laugh. Come. Confident. She laughs back. Relax, Daniel. I'll handle him. Handle me. I step away before the floor creaks under my weight. I walk back to the bedroom and sit on the edge of the bed. My hands are shaking. A few minutes later, she walks in. You're still awake? She asks. I couldn't sleep, I say. She places her phone face down on the dresser. Big night. My mind is racing. Who were you talking to? I ask. She pauses for half a second. Work. At midnight? She shrugs. CEOs don't clock out. Was it Daniel? Her eyes sharpen. Why would you assume that? I heard his name. She folds her arms. So now you're spying on me? I wasn't spying. I was walking. And you just happened to hear a private conversation? I swallow. You said I didn't know something. She laughs softly. You're imagining things. Am I? Yes, she says firmly. You're tired? Emotional. Tonight was overwhelming. For you, I reply quietly. Her jaw tightens. What is that supposed to mean? You thanked everyone tonight. I did. Everyone. She stares at me. Don't make this about your ego. It's not my ego. Then what is it? She snaps. It's us. She exhales sharply. There is no us in a speech. There's performance. So I'm just part of the performance? She steps closer. You're my husband. Act like it. What does that mean? It means stop questioning me every time I succeed. I'm not questioning your success. Then what are you doing? I hesitate, trying to understand where I fit. She shakes her head. You fit beside me. Supportive. Steady. That's your strength. And Daniel? Her eyes flash. Daniel is a business ally. An ally you whisper to at midnight? She points at me. You're crossing a line. I'm asking a question. You're accusing me. Are you giving me a reason not to? Silence fills the room. She grabs her pillow. I won't argue over paranoia. You didn't deny it, I say. She turns toward the door. Because I refuse to entertain nonsense. The guest room door closes. I sit alone in the dark. The next morning she acts normal. Coffee? She asks in the kitchen. Yes. She slides a cup toward me. Big strategy meeting today. Don't undermine me like yesterday. I wasn't undermining you. It felt like it. I was protecting the company. She leans against the counter. You protect too much. It makes you look weak. Careful isn't weak. In this world, it is. I look at her. Since when did you start thinking like Daniel? She freezes. Stop bringing him into this. Then help me trust you. She picks up her bag. Trust is given, not demanded. And honesty? She walks past me. Grow up. At the office, I sit in my glass-walled workspace while she moves through the floor like she owns the air. Lena, her assistant, steps inside quietly. Sir? She says softly. Yes. She hesitates. Are you okay? I'm fine. She studies my face. You look tired. Long night. She nods but doesn't leave. Lena, I say gently, has Daniel been here often? Her eyes flick toward the hallway. He visits for partnership talks. How often? She lowers her voice. More than the calendar shows. I feel a cold weight settle in my stomach. Thank you. She nods and leaves quickly. During the afternoon meeting, my wife presents a new expansion outline. We'll shift shares to a holding partner for flexibility, she says confidently. I look at the document. Which partner? She doesn't look at me. Confidential for now. That affects board transparency. It's temporary. I lean forward. Transparency protects us. She smiles at the room. See? Always cautious. A few board members chuckle. Mr. Hargrove doesn't. After the meeting, Marcus texts me. Coffee. No. At the cafe, he looks at me closely. You look like hell, he says. I heard her on the phone last night. With who? Daniel. He leans back. And? She said I don't know. That I'm too loyal. Marcus frowns. Do you think she's cheating? I don't know. Financially or emotionally? Maybe both. He taps the table. You built that company. Don't let anyone rewrite history. I don't want war. Then what do you want? I stare at my coffee. Truth. Then start looking for it. That night, while she showers, I open the company portal from my laptop. I scroll through share movement logs. My pulse quickens. Small transfers. Quiet adjustments. A holding company I don't recognize. I click deeper. My breath stops. Daniel's name appears as co-signer. My hands go cold. Behind me, I hear the bathroom door open. Working late? She asks casually. I close the screen halfway. Just reviewing numbers. She walks closer. You don't need to worry about those anymore. Why not? She smiles slightly. Because some decisions are above your level now. I look at her, really look at her. Above my level. Something inside me shifts. For the first time, I don't feel confused. I feel awake. The shareholder meeting feels colder than usual. I sit at the long table beside her, but there is space between us now. Not physical space. Something heavier. She stands at the front, confident as always. Today, she begins, we discuss restructuring for aggressive expansion. I fold my hands and wait. She clicks to the next slide. My name appears under operational oversight. Then a red line crosses it. Murmurs fill the room. As companies grow, she continues smoothly, roles must evolve. Some leadership styles fit early stages. Others fit global dominance. I know what's coming, but hearing it still burns. She turns slightly toward me. Sometimes caution slows momentum. I keep my voice calm. Caution prevented collapse 2 years ago. She smiles at the audience. And boldness doubled revenue last year. A few investors nod. Daniel sits near the front, watching me like this is entertainment. She clasps her hands. I propose transitioning certain responsibilities to a more growth-focused direction. Mr. Hargrove clears his throat. And what does that mean for him? She answers without looking at me. He'll step back from strategic influence. The room grows quiet. All eyes turn to me. I feel my pulse in my ears. Is that what's best for the company? I ask evenly. It is, she replies. Daniel leans back in his chair. Leadership requires alignment. I look at him. And loyalty? He smiles faintly. Loyalty is earned. I stand slowly. If stepping back helps the company, I say, I support it. Her eyes flicker with surprise. That's mature, she says. I've always been, I answer. Mr. Hargrove looks at me carefully. You're certain? Yes. I sit down. The vote happens quickly. Hands rise. Mine does not. The decision passes. Applause breaks out, light but polite. She thanks the board. This marks a new era. Daniel claps louder than anyone. After the meeting, the hallway fills with low voices. Daniel approaches me first. Graceful exit, he says. It's not an exit, I reply. He tilts his head. Sure. Enjoy the spotlight, I add. I plan to. My wife joins us. Enough, she says quietly. We have press waiting. Daniel walks away. She turns to me. You handled that well. Did I? Yes. No drama. I don't do drama. She studies my face. Good. Because I don't have time for it. The press conference begins minutes later. Flashbulbs pop. Is this a leadership conflict? A reporter asks. She laughs lightly. Not at all. My husband prefers a quieter role. The word husband sounds strategic. I nod. Growth requires change. Are you stepping away permanently? Another reporter asks me. I'm stepping where the company needs me. She squeezes my arm like I'm still part of the show. When it's over, Lena approaches me softly. I'm sorry, she whispers. For what? For how that looked. It looked exactly how she wanted, I say. Her eyes soften. You deserve better. I don't answer. That evening at home, she pours herself a drink. You surprised me today, she says. How? I thought you'd argue. What would that change? She takes a sip. It would have been messy. I didn't want messy. She looks relieved. Good. I sit across from her. Are you happy now? I'm focused. That's not what I asked. She sets the glass down. Why are you doing this? Doing what? Being calm. Would you prefer anger? At least anger is honest. So is silence. She studies me carefully. You're not planning something, are you? I almost smile. Planning what? I don't know. You're too quiet. I thought you liked quiet. I like control. There it is. You have it, I say. She nods slowly. Yes, I do. Later that night, after she falls asleep, I walk into my office. I open my laptop. I transfer my remaining shares into a private trust she doesn't know about. Legal. Clean. Protected. My phone buzzes. A message from the young investor, Ryan. That vote felt wrong. I type back, meet tomorrow? Quietly. Another message appears from Grant in legal. Call me. Urgent. I lean back in my chair. Outside, the city lights shine like nothing has changed. But everything has. She thinks she removed my influence. She thinks I surrendered. In public, I let her win. I replay her words in my head. I like control. I close my laptop slowly. Control isn't loud. It's patient. And for the first time, I'm not reacting. I'm waiting. 3 weeks after the vote, the first crack appears. I'm in my home office when Ryan calls. Have you seen the Singapore numbers? He asks. I have, I reply. They're bleeding cash. I warned her. He lowers his voice. Daniel pushed for accelerated expansion. No safeguards. I know. You're still on the board even if sidelined. Why aren't you stepping in? Because she made it clear I'm inactive. Ryan exhales. Investors are nervous. Good, I say before I can stop myself. There's silence. You sound different, he says. I am. At the office, tension fills the air. Staff move faster. Conversations stop when I pass. In the conference room, she stands before the executive team. The market correction is temporary, she insists. One manager speaks up. We're overextended. Daniel leans forward. Fear kills momentum. I finally speak. So does ignoring data. She turns sharply. You're not leading this discussion. I'm observing. Then observe quietly. The room freezes. Daniel smirks. Let the growth team handle growth. I look at him. Growth without foundation collapses. He shrugs. Only if you're afraid of height. After the meeting, she corners me in her office. What are you doing? She demands. Watching. With judgment. With concern. She steps closer. You're undermining confidence. I'm pointing at numbers. She slams a file onto her desk. You wanted caution? Here's the result. Stagnation. This isn't stagnation. It's debt. She laughs bitterly. You love being right more than being bold. I love stability. She looks at me carefully. Are you enjoying this? Enjoying what? Seeing pressure build. I hold her gaze. I'm not enjoying anything. Her voice softens for a second. Then help me. The words surprise me. Help you how? I ask. Convince the board to stay calm. You told them I was inactive. She looks away. You still have influence. So now I matter? Don't twist this. I'm not twisting. I'm listening. She rubs her temples. Daniel says this is normal during rapid expansion. Daniel doesn't answer to shareholders. Neither do you anymore. I still own equity. For now, she mutters. The threat is clear. That night, I meet Grant at a quiet restaurant. You should see this, he says, sliding documents across the table. I scan them. Unauthorized capital reallocation? He nods. Signed under emergency clause again. Without board approval? Yes. And Daniel? Co-signed. I sit back slowly. This crosses legal boundaries. It could trigger investigation, he says carefully. I look at him. Why are you telling me? Because you warned against this. And I think you still care about the company. I stare at the papers. I care about the employees, I say. Grant nods. Then you need to decide soon. When I get home, she's sitting on the couch in the dark. You're late, she says. I had dinner. With who? Legal. Her eyes narrow. Why? Reviewing documents. She stands. Without me. You don't consult me. That's different. How? Because I'm CO. And I'm what? She hesitates. Stability? I remind her. Her face tightens. Don't start. I'm not starting. I'm finishing. Finishing what? This illusion. She laughs softly. You think I'm failing? I think you're gambling. With my own company. With ours. She steps closer. You said you'd let me win. In public. She studies me. What does that mean? It means I won't embarrass you. And in private? I hold her gaze. In private, I protect what you're risking. Her expression shifts, uncertain for the first time. Are you threatening me? She asks. No, I say calmly. I'm preparing. For what? For consequences. She shakes her head. You've changed. I've woken up. Silence stretches between us. She looks almost tired now. Daniel believes this dip is temporary, she says quietly. Daniel doesn't stay when ships sink. Her jaw tightens. You're jealous? No, I reply. I'm realistic. She turns away. I don't need your fear. It's not fear. Then what is it? It's foresight. She walks upstairs without another word. I stay in the living room staring at our wedding photo on the shelf. I pick it up. We're smiling at each other in that picture. Ickle. Hopeful. I turn it face down. My phone buzzes. The news breaks on a Monday morning. Regulatory inquiry launched into overseas expansion practices. I read the headline twice. My phone starts vibrating nonstop. Ryan calls first. It's official. I know. They're reviewing the Singapore transfers. I expected that. You sound calm. I've been expecting this. At the office the air feels heavy. Employees whisper near the elevators. Lena walks up to me pale. They're here, she says. Who? Regulators. I nod slowly. Where's she? In her office. With Daniel. I walk down the hallway. The door is closed but voices leak through. This is temporary, Daniel says. Stay confident. Her voice is tight. You said the structure was safe. It is. They just need paperwork. I knock once and enter. She looks at me sharply. What do you want? Transparency, I say. Daniel crosses his arms. Not helpful. Neither is denial, I reply. She steps toward me. This is under control. Is it? Yes. A knock interrupts us. Two officials step inside. We'll need access to financial records, one says. She straightens instantly. Of course. We have nothing to hide. I hold her gaze. Nothing to hide. Hours later, the office feels like a courtroom. Files are reviewed. Emails requested. Signatures examined. Grant approaches me quietly. They're focusing on emergency authorizations. Because they were abused, I say. He nods once. By afternoon, Daniel is nowhere to be found. I call him. No answer. She calls him. Straight to voicemail. Her confidence cracks for the first time. Where is he? She mutters. I don't answer. At home that night, she sits at the kitchen table staring at her phone. He'll call back, she says. I pour water into a glass. Maybe. You think he's running? I think he protects himself. He wouldn't. Why not? She looks at me. Because we built this together. The irony almost makes me laugh. Did you? I ask quietly. She slams her hand on the table. Stop doing that. Doing what? Acting superior. I'm not superior. You're judging me. I warned you. That's not the same. She stands and walks toward me. I need you. The words land heavier than I expect. For what? I ask. For strategy. For stability. For protection? She doesn't answer directly. You understand legal risk better than Daniel. Yet you sideline me. I thought you were holding us back. And now? Her voice breaks slightly. Now I need you. Silence fills the space between us. Part of me wants to step forward. To fix it. To protect her like always. But another part remembers the hallway. The phone call. The laughter. He still doesn't know. I sit down across from her. I will protect the employees, I say slowly. She frowns. What does that mean? It means I'll cooperate fully. I'll make sure payroll is secure. Contracts honored. And me? I look at her directly. You made your own decisions. Her eyes widen. You're abandoning me? I'm separating responsibility. She shakes her head in disbelief. You can't do that. We're married. We were partners. We still are. In what way? I ask calmly. She has no answer. The next morning, investigators request a formal board review. Emergency meeting. Ryan sits beside me. Mr. Hargrove across from us. Grant stands near the window. She enters last. Daniel's chair is empty. Where is he? Mr. Hargrove asks. He's handling external counsel, she says quickly. Grant clears his throat. He hasn't responded to compliance notices. The room goes still. Ryan speaks carefully. That's concerning. She looks at me almost pleading. This is procedural. I finally speak. Emergency authorizations were signed without full disclosure. Her head snaps toward me. You're siding with them? I'm stating facts. You're humiliating me. No, I say evenly. The documents are. Grant slides copies across the table. Her signature. Daniel's signature. Reallocation of funds beyond approved limits. Mr. Hargrove sighs deeply. This exposes us legally. She looks around the table. It was strategic. It was unilateral, Ryan replies. Her eyes fill with anger. You all trusted me. We trusted governance, Mr. Hargrove says quietly. She turns to me again. Say something. I already did. She whispers, I thought you'd protect me. I meet her gaze without blinking. You told me I was too soft. The words hang in the air. The investigator who has been silent finally speaks. We will need full cooperation from leadership. Leadership. Not just her. After the meeting, she follows me into the hallway. You're enjoying this, she accuses. No. Then why won't you fight for me? Because I fought for you for years. She steps closer. Daniel is arrested on a Tuesday morning. I see the headline before I even get out of bed. Senior executive charged with financial fraud. Her name isn't in the title, but it's in every article. My phone buzzes. Ryan, it's official. He diverted funds. Me, I saw. Ryan, you ready for the press storm? Me already in it. At the office, reporters crowd the entrance. Are you the acting CEO now? Did she know about the diversion? I answer calmly. The investigation is ongoing. We're cooperating fully. Inside, the board moves quickly. Damage control. Employee reassurance. Investor calls. Grant pulls me aside. Daniel's accounts show he manipulated projections to pressure approvals. And her liability? I ask. She signed under trust, not direct gain. It may save her from prison. I nod slowly. Save her. The word feels distant. That evening she calls. Can we meet? She asks. There's no anger in her voice. No pride either. Where? I ask. At home. I moved out, I remind her. Silence. Then somewhere private, she says. We meet at a quiet cafe after closing hours. The owner knows me and locks the door behind us. She looks different. Not weaker. Just smaller. They froze some of my accounts, she says softly. I expected that. She laughs faintly. Of course you did. We sit across from each other. Daniel confessed, she says. I heard. He said he acted alone. Did he? She looks down. I trusted him too much. You trusted his ambition. And I ignored yours. I don't respond. She looks up at me carefully. They're going to remove me permanently. Yes. And you'll replace me. Temporarily. Don't pretend, she says gently. You're better at this. Better at what? Waiting. I lean back. Why did you ask me here? Her eyes fill slightly. Because everything is collapsing. I stay quiet. My reputation is gone, she continues. Investors won't return my calls. Actions have consequences, I say. She nods slowly. You sound like your father. That's not an insult. No, she whispers. It's not. There's a long silence between us. I never meant to erase you, she says. You did. I thought you were holding me back. I was holding us steady. She presses her fingers together. When did you stop loving me? The question hits deeper than I expect. I didn't stop, I say honestly. It changed. Into what? Clarity. She exhales slowly. I underestimated you. That hurt more than Daniel. Her eyes widen slightly. I could have forgiven fear, I continue quietly. I couldn't forgive being seen as small. She nods once. I see you now. It's late. Yes, she says. For everything. Outside, a car passes, headlights flashing across the window. I lost everything, she whispers. I shake my head slightly. You lost power. Isn't that everything? No. She studies me carefully. You don't hate me. No. Then why does it feel like you won? I think about that. I didn't win, I say slowly. I survived. She leans back in her chair. I never thought you'd become stronger than me, she repeats. I didn't become stronger, I reply. I stopped shrinking. Tears finally fall down her cheeks. I'm sorry, she whispers. For Daniel? I ask. For not seeing you. I nod once. We sit in silence after that. No shouting. No drama. Just the sound of something ending. When we stand to leave, she hesitates. Is there anything left for us? She asks. I look at her carefully. The woman who once filled every room. The woman who once held my hand on stage. I don't know, I say honestly. And for the first time, neither does she. She asks to meet again 2 weeks later. Just once more, she says on the phone. No lawyers. No board members. Just us. I agree. We meet at the restaurant where we celebrated her first promotion years ago. Same corner table. Same dim lights. Different silence. She arrives before me this time. You're early, I say as I sit down. I didn't want to keep you waiting, she replies softly. That's new. The waiter pours water and leaves us alone. She folds her hands on the table. They made it official today. I know. Permanent removal. I nod. And you? She asks. I'm stepping in as full CO. She smiles faintly. Of course you are. There's no bitterness in her tone. Just acceptance. I never thought it would end like this, she says. Neither did I. She looks around the restaurant. Do you remember what you told me here the first night? I think back. I said you were fearless, I answer. She shakes her head gently. No. You said I didn't have to fight alone. Silence settles between us. I forgot that, she whispers. You chose to. She looks down. Maybe I did. The waiter brings our food, but neither of us touches it. I've had time to think, she says. About Daniel. About the shares. About everything. And? I wasn't in love with him. I raise an eyebrow. No. I was in love with being understood. And I didn't understand you? You did, she says quickly. But you questioned me. I challenged you. You slowed me. I protected you. She sighs. I see that now. I take a sip of water. Seeing it now doesn't change what happened. I know. Her voice grows softer. When you raised your hand in that vote, that's when I realized. Realized what? That I lost you. I hold her gaze. You lost me long before that. She nods slowly. I don't blame you for protecting the company, she continues. You did what I should have done. You're not my enemy, I say. Then what am I? I pause. You're someone I love deeply, I answer. And someone who chose power over partnership. Tears fill her eyes again, but she doesn't look away. I was afraid, she admits. Of what? Of being ordinary. You never were. I felt like if I stopped pushing, I'd disappear. You wouldn't have, I say quietly. I would have stood beside you. She lets out a shaky breath. I know that now. Another long silence passes. Finally, she reaches into her purse and pulls out something small. My wedding ring. You left this on the counter, she says. I didn't forget it. She slides it across the table. I look at it for a moment. Memories flash in my mind. Promises, late nights building plans, shared dreams. I pick it up. I don't hate you, I say again. I know. But I can't go back. She nods once. I didn't expect you to. I place the ring gently on the table between us. I wanted to stand beside you, I say. Not behind you. Her tears finally fall freely. I'm sorry, she whispers. I stand up slowly. So am I. I leave the ring there and walk toward the door. Behind me, I hear her crying softly. I don't turn around. Some endings don't need one last look. They just need acceptance.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.